You guys have probably seen that Funko has been announcing all of their San Diego Comic-Con exclusives actually over the last 3 days, and today we're going to be taking a look at every single one of them. So let's get started! Now, let's start with the first thing that they announced, which is actually 2 brand new ad icons. And I figured they were going to do some of this character again because they've been doing it for the last couple years, but this is the SDCC Toucan, and we are getting a pirate as well as a rockstar version. And I think out of all of the ones that they've done so far, these ones here are probably my favorite. Well, maybe besides the spacesuit one, but these are definitely up there. Especially because they put a pretty good amount of detail into both of these characters, and I believe they're completely brand new sculpts. Now, next up here, we've got a brand new character from Parks and Rec that we've never seen before, and this one here is Jeremy Jam. You just got jammed! Now, this is a pretty funny pop, but I don't really collect Parks and Rec, so maybe if I see it in stores, I'll grab it. I'm still debating on this one. Now, next up here, we've got a brand new South Park character, and this one here is Digital Stan, and I gotta say, it's a pretty funny one. Oh, and you know what? I haven't talked about this yet on the channel, but I'm actually gonna be going to San Diego Comic-Con this year, so all of these figures are ones that you're probably gonna be seeing in the videos relatively soon, and I'm really debating on which ones I want to get when I go to the con. And so this one, because I'm a pretty big fan of South Park, might be one of the ones I'm gonna grab. Especially because this figure also glows in the dark. It's a nice touch. Now, one figure I'm definitely going to be grabbing is this one here, and it's Hugsy the Penguin from Friends. And funny enough, I actually watched this episode not too long ago, so it's pretty fresh in my mind, and when they announced it, I was like, oh, this is too funny, I gotta grab one. And now the only thing I'm a little bit curious about with this figure is, do the goggles actually have lenses on them? I feel like they're going to, but you can't really tell in the glam shot. Oh, and now here we go with another great one, and if I'm going to be honest, it's very similar to the other one that I've already got. It's a new Peacemaker, and I feel like the only thing that's different is the way his body is with the peace sign. Like, it's cool, but it's very similar to the others, so I'm debating on getting this one. Especially because I do already have a Peacemaker in the collection, and I do understand that it's, you know, Peacemaker, he's got the peace sign. I don't know, it's a toss-up for me. I also feel like, though, when I get there, I'm going to want to try to grab everything possible, and this is definitely one of those ones. It is the red light, green light girl from, of course, Squid Game. The problem with this one, and you can see it on the side there, it says super size pop, which means it is 6 inches. It's going to be hard to bring home. But it's definitely going to be worth it to help complete my Squid Game collection because this actually would be the last one I need. Oh, and for anybody curious about the wording on the sizes, super size pop is 6 inch, mega size pop is 10 inch, and then I believe 18 inches may be jumbo size? I don't know if they've given that one a name. But anyways, after Squid Game, we've got a brand new character that we've never gotten before. Actually, a brand new show that we've never seen either. And this one here is Ted Lasso, of course, from Ted Lasso. I showed this one to my dad and he was super pumped about it because he watched the entire show, and I've seen a couple episodes here and there, but I haven't sat down and watched the entire thing yet. And so even though I haven't seen the entire thing, if I'm able to pick it up at the con, I will definitely be grabbing one for my dad. And now we've also got a brand new Stranger Things figure, and I will say with this one here, I wish they did a little bit more with it, but it's still cool because it comes with the backpack. This one here is a brand new glow-in-the-dark Demogorgon, and then the Loungefly bag it comes with is a complete pop-ified set of characters. You can see on the front of the backpack, it's got everybody, and then on the top it has the Demogorgon, and I'm kind of curious if the Demogorgon on the bag also glows in the dark, because they have done that in the past. It could be kind of cool. And so if you do want to grab this Demogorgon for your collection, you're going to have to also buy it with the backpack, and I remember they did one on the Funko Shop a little while ago. It was the Remy with backpack, which I did try to get and I totally missed out on. That one was, I believe, $105, so it might be a little bit more than that because this one is a con exclusive. And now here we've got a Disney Funko Pop, and this one is a pretty decent one. It's nice to have a new classic character for the collection, and we've got Bambi with a butterfly on his tail. Some of you guys might have noticed that Funko started this brand new Disney Classics line. I actually just got Tinkerbell from that one a little while ago, and now that Bambi's been thrown into that one, I'm probably gonna get it. Now this next figure that we've got here is coming in from Sonic, and it's actually Super Sonic, but not a normal Super Sonic. It's actually Super Sonic First Appearance, and I don't know where that would be, inside of a video game? It must have been. Because whenever I hear First Appearance, I always think of a comic book, but for Sonic, the video game makes sense. And then the last thing they announced for day one was a t-shirt, and this one here is actually of the Funkoville t-shirt, because their booth is actually gonna be like a mini city. Or I guess a better word would be a town, because there's only about 5 stores that are gonna be there, and I am really excited to see it at the actual convention. And then Funko started off day 2 with a bunch of sodas, so we're gonna be going through these kind of quickly because there is a lot of them. We've got Otto here, and if you guys don't know, this is actually a fantastic plastic character, which I do not have in the collection yet. So I am definitely gonna be trying for this soda, especially because there is 2 chases in 1 can. And then after that, we've got a Blacklight Huckleberry Hound, and this one is gonna be limited to 5,000 pieces, so that chase is gonna be pretty rare. And then after that one, we've got the older Bilbo Baggins, and that chase, I gotta say, it's pretty funny. I do, however, wish that this was a younger Bilbo, and I feel like they probably went with this version because it's got a pretty decent chase to go along with it. And then next up, we've got Hatsune Miku, and for some reason, they didn't show the chase in the glam shot, and if you're curious, that one's going to be a Diamond Edition version, which is probably gonna look pretty good. Then after that one, we've got Star-Lord, and this one, I'm pretty sure, oh, it's for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Okay, so that's pretty cool, and I also like how the chase is different enough that you'd probably want to get both of them for your collection. Because the mask on the common really does look great, and then the chase with the Walkman, it's even better. Oh, you know what, guys? We actually have one more soda. I thought that was all of them, but they also announced Larfleeze, who I have never heard of before, and it's apparently a DC character. And if you guys want to check him out, here he is. And he almost looks like some sort of, I want to say, like, dinosaur or dragon with these massive teeth. He's pretty sick, so I'll probably have to do a little bit more research on him, and then I'll probably pick up a couple cans. And now let's get into a couple more pops, and we've actually got two brand new DC figures, with the first one here being Justice League, and it's kind of funny because they put the wrong logo in the corner. It should actually be the comic book one, but for some reason they went with the movie version. But here's the thing, it doesn't really matter because I checked the glam shot and it's actually got the original comic book one, so who really cares what the glam shot shows? And this one here is Starfire, and she's got some pretty cool details, especially kind of like the force bubbles. I don't know what you call them. The bubbles in her hand, I'll call them that. And then the other DC character that they announced was actually from Batman Returns, and this one here was the Penguin in his duck ride, and I gotta say, this thing is perfect. I also really enjoy how they put a penguin in the backseat, and I remember Hot Wheels actually made a car a couple years ago, and it was one of their specialty ones, so it was like $7 for one car, so I passed on it, and I guess I could put that $7 towards this Funko Pop. And I'm sure that Funko's going to be doing out-of-box shots on their YouTube channel, so I'm excited to see what those are going to look like, especially for this one here, because I want to see the backside to see if there's any other details that we might be missing from the glam shot. Now we're getting into some anime, and if I'm going to be honest, I don't know much about these characters, so I'm going to apologize in advance. But the first one we've got here is actually one coming in from Demon Slayer, and it is, ooh, Enmu? See, I told you. And now, even though I don't know much about this one, I can see that Rye the Pop Guy commented nice with 3 E's, so it must be kind of decent. Now, next up here, we've got one coming in from Boruto, and it's actually Super Chocho Butterfly mode, and I think the way they did the wings looks really great. Because from what it looks like in the glam shot, they're going to be clear, or at least somewhat translucent, so it's going to be cool to see that thing in person. Then we've got Gran Torino from My Hero Academia, and this might actually be one that I pick up, especially with the way it looks like he's kind of like jumping in the air with the dust at the bottom. It's really well done. Now, next up here, we've got another Dragon Ball Z character, and this one here is actually Goku in driving school. And I know that we've gotten hundreds of Gokus, but this one's different enough. I'll give it a pass. And I'm also noticing that people are commenting about a matching Piccolo. That would be pretty cool. Now we've got one coming in from Attack on Titan, and this one here is Queen Historia. I've actually never seen this character from the show, but she looks pretty interesting. And then the one after that, the last anime one for today, I'm getting a little bit quicker because I really don't know what to say about them. We've got one from Jujutsu Kaisen, and this one here is Yuji Itadori? I hope I've got that right. Okay, now that we're out of the anime neck of the woods, let's finish off day 2 with things that I actually know, because we've got the Deku skateboard here, and I know this is anime as well. Actually, well, it is anime again, but at least I know about him. If you've been watching my content for a little while, you would know that I love the Funko skateboard, so I am definitely going to be getting this one for the collection, and that will make 4. Yeah, I'm looking at my collection right now. That would make 4 different skateboards. Now we've got 3 brand new Star Wars characters. Coming in from the Book of Boba Fett, we've got Kersantin, which is a really, really cool Wookiee, and I love that they made just the normal version flocked. Because I feel like with them making this a con exclusive, they're probably not going to be making another one, so for you to only be able to get this character in a flocked version, it's pretty unique. Now, it looks like we're also going to be getting our first Andor pop over at SDCC, and this one here is, of course, Cassian Andor, and I'm definitely going to have to pick this one up if it's still available when I go. I say it like I'm going to be going at the end of the con. I'm going to be going as early as possible. I gotta get these guys. And then the last one out of the Star Wars pops is a Purge Trooper, and this one's actually coming in from the brand new Obi-Wan show, and I gotta say, this one looks really great and also kind of metallic. I don't know if it is, but it definitely looks like it in the glam shot. Now, everybody, let's jump into day 3, starting with this Pokemon right here. We've got a brand new Charmander, which is the exact same sculpt, but this one here is metallic. And actually, this is kind of funny because they say this one is metallic, and then he also has that bit of a shine to it, so I'm guessing the Purge Trooper probably is as well. And then after that, we're getting into a bunch of Marvel characters, with the first one here being Spider-Man 2099 from the Spider-Man video game that came out a couple years years ago, and this one's pretty sick because he's jumping, and it totally makes sense why they're doing this one, because it's part of the Beyond Amazing collection, where they're just releasing a bunch of different Spider-Men from a bunch of different things. And then after that one from Loki, we are getting He Who Remains, and I love that they actually gave him the apple in his hand, as well as his hand out to the side. It's a pretty nice detail. Then after him, we've got another really great one from Loki. I actually forgot that this was the next one. It is a brand new 10-inch Miss Minutes. And it's funny because a little while ago, I had bought the Ravonna Renslayer with Miss Minutes because I wanted just the Miss Minutes little mini version, and now I'm gonna have to get rid of that one so we can have this 10-inch version in the collection, because this one looks amazing. And now we've got another Spider-Man one, and I'm not exactly sure why they broke them up when posting them, but this one here is Silk, and she is jumping really high off the ground. And this is probably one of the highest characters they've done with that floating base, and I'm trying to think of another one that might be similar. The only thing that I can think of is maybe like Wanda, where she's actually got like her legs crossed and she's floating. It's probably something like that. Oh, right, I am definitely going to be needing this one. So we've got a brand new Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness character, and this one here is the America Chavez, but she's actually got the star portal behind her. This is a must for me. Especially because I have the normal America Chavez, and it's okay, but this one here is 1,000 times better, and I'm kind of curious if it's going to be like a separate portal, if she's going to be like connected to it. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm hoping that it's separate so you can have it like posed in different spots if you want to take photos with more than one character. And then the last Marvel character that Funko announced was Scarlet Scarab, and I gotta say, this is probably the most they've done for like one franchise in a while, but the thing is, Marvel is doing so many different projects, it makes sense. And I think it's great that Funko's doing a lot more unique characters to SDCC this year, because in the past it was a lot of like paint variants and stuff like that, but with the ones they're doing this year, I'm really excited to go to the con. Now we're getting to the end here, guys, but we still have some pretty sick figures to talk about, and this one here is a weird mashup. We've got a TMNT Power Rangers collaboration, and I remember that NECA made a couple figures for these guys a little while ago, so it's cool to see Funko hopping on that train. Oh, and for anybody curious, I will definitely be going for both of these, and I'm hoping that they're going to make the other two sometime in the future, and if I were to guess, it's probably going to be a New York Comic Con exclusive, or maybe Emerald City Comic Con, because that would be the next convention. And by the way, I'm also going to that one. It's a pretty jam-packed summer. And then next up here, we've got another one coming in from Masters of the Universe, and I'll say this, I think the body's pretty cool, but they use the exact same He-Man head we've got in the past. I wish it was just a little bit different. The only problem that I could see is like, what else would you do for the head? So they changed up the body the best they could, and it still looks nice. I'm just probably not going to be picking it up. And now next up here, we've got Serpentor from GIJOE, and I gotta say, this one is a pretty unique character. It's just, again, I don't know much about this one. And it looks like this one's going to be another retro toy, which is pretty cool because we haven't got any new ones in a little while. And then everybody, the last new character that we've got is a jumbo size pop, which is going to be a 10-inch one, and this here is Unicron, who I believe actually transforms into a planet. I actually mentioned this one to my friend Nate, and he was ecstatic about it. He said if I could pick it up, I definitely should, so if I can bring a 10-inch pop home, I will definitely be grabbing this thing, but the problem is, I also want Miss Minutes. It's gonna be a bit of a mess. And so there you go, guys. That is every single San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. But one more thing before we get out of here is that I also have every single one of the retailers that they're going to be going to, and there is a big list of places. And now I'm not going to be naming every single one of these, but if there's some that might confuse you guys, like For Your Entertainment is FYE, and then the Funko Web is literally just their website. And then if you're curious, down at the bottom there, Toy Tokyo is a store that's in New York, but they also have a website. And then I believe everywhere else besides that is pretty much like a big box retailer, so you shouldn't have too much of a problem. And well, anyways, guys, there you go. That is everything for our San Diego Comic-Con recap. And let me know in the comment section below if there's any figures from this year that you want to pick up, or maybe you're going to the con and you're going to try to get as many as you possibly can. Because that is definitely what I'm going to be doing. Enough that I can throw them into my suitcase, but then also ship them home. Yeah, why don't I just do that? It'd probably be a lot easier. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you want to see more from me in the future, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that. But this has been another episode of Top Pops. Popsters, thanks for watching. See you guys tomorrow.
Johnny Cash, my girl gon' throw it back. Damn, my life is cinemax. Holy hell, this max. I make hits and you make trash. I'm on vacay, do not ask. Poolside eating Apple Jacks. Shut up. Big deal like TJ Maxx. Bought some cataracts. Watch a naughty tag. Nick Cage, how I